guys, it's Sasha. Welcome to today's video. If you didn't know, I am a former dance coach who's currently offering private online dance coaching through my Patreon, as well as different reactions to K-pop videos I can't put on YouTube. So if you're interested in that, the link, as always, will be in the description below. And because I'm a former dance coach, I couldn't watch Stray Kids cover 2PM's My House and not go back and watch the original 2PM My House dance practice and compare it to Stray Kids dance practice. So that's what we're doing today. I'm so excited. I really love this song. First of all, the choreography is like, we're gonna have to talk about it because there's some stuff in here that I haven't really ever seen done the way that they did it. So I'm very excited, and let's get started. So first we're gonna watch the original dance practice from the original members. How they're all doing the same moves, but they're putting a little bit of personality on it. This is the part I've never really seen before, where they're in a pair and then they go around each other and then they form two lines and do choreography opposite. I'm so fascinated by that part. Yeah, they really gave themselves a lot of leeway to to improv and to do their own thing, which is cool. I can't believe that's something I just realized watching it this time, is that they had so many personal moments throughout this dance, and it wasn't just strict like, here's the choreography, let's all look exactly the same. And I think that works for this song, because if you just had a bunch of guys doing exactly the same thing, they would kind of look like robots. But when they do it and add their own personality to it, it makes them seem more approachable, I think, which helps when the whole song is, hey, you should come to my house, right? You want someone who's approachable, not someone who looks like all the guys standing next to him. So, good touch. I can't believe it took me watching it for whatever time this is, the like 5th time, to notice that. And that's a comment that I was going to make on Stray Kids, was that like there's a specific part where Changbin really does his own thing and it works so well, and I love that he does it, but I didn't quite understand why he was taking a moment to like, they all sort of do that part differently, and I didn't get it at first. Now I do. So let's watch Stray Kids in their dance practice cover of My House. Does anyone know what Chan did to his wrist? I haven't found anyone who knows, or anywhere he's mentioned it. Like, that's a moment. Well, I'll talk about that at the end, but we know his center. Oh man. This part kills. My house. It's so cute. This part, I've never seen anything like this. And I don't understand why I've never seen anything like this. Like, it's so simple, but it's so cool. Okay, very nice. So I'm gonna hate myself later, but I'm just gonna go back through and pause the video at certain parts I want to talk about. One of them is the fact that, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, you probably are if you're a stay, but Chan did his own cover of this song as a dance cover, and 2 of the members of 2PM actually came to teach him the dance. So when I watch Chan doing this and I compare him to the other members, because I did take the time with both the performance video and with this video to watch it one time for each member, and then a few times as the group, Chan does certain moves differently, and I don't think he's doing it differently because he's adding personality to it, like I had said in the last video. I think he does it differently because he's so comfortable, and possibly because of the way it was taught to him. I was also very curious to know how they learned this one as a group. Did Chan teach it to everyone? Just things as a teacher I wonder about. So yes, I'll point out some of the parts where I'm like, oh, Chan is doing this differently because he's known this for longer, it's more comfortable for him, blah, 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 blah. And then the line at the end is the one part where when they do da, 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 that little section, watch all of them individually. I think Changbin does it the best, and he hits it so hard, which is possibly because as a rapper, you hit such specific different beats, and he's like choosing which ones to hit, and it's so good. Okay, so let's go through it. My nose is running up. Hey even this part, this is something they're all putting a personal flavor on. If you watch all of them do that, they all do it different. That's not bad because the beats are the same, they're hitting the same, but some of their levels, like some of them are taking longer on the inside, some of them are taking longer on the outside. It's the way they're interpreting the music and moving their body through it. So that's another part that was much different. This part, it's different than how 2 p.m. did it. 2 p.m. is like straight back and they just do this. Stray Kids, some of them will lean and roll into it. I know Chan sort of did that in his cover of it. So that's another part where they were like, we're gonna do this a little bit differently. That was really sharpened together. That was really sharp too. This is the part. No, it's not. I lied. The hips. The hips is another part where personal preference is coming into play. And it's the depth on the hips and how intense they're making it. But it's also what they do right after with their feet. Hip, 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 step, step. The step, step, Chan goes really low and everyone else stays pretty high. It's sort of what we call staying grounded. Do you want to be grounded into the floor with bent knees, or do you want to be up? And the other dancers are very much up, whereas he goes really low. Bop, bop. He goes really low. And he goes low on this part too. Did you see his hand almost touched the ground? Boom, ba, da, da. That's something I think he got from experience from doing this dance more. And maybe it's just a personal feeling. But like, he goes much lower on these sorts of moves throughout the dance. This part, they all kill. I hate saying this because I'm a purist, but I enjoy Stray Kids doing this part more than 2 p.m. I think they did it better. Ah! Don't shoot me! Take it to my house. I love that part. This part's so cool. I will never get over it. It's so cool. This is the part we type in. He does it so well. And it's interesting when we watch that part just then, Hung Jin is matching Chan, whereas before, he wasn't. So maybe it's just because they're standing together that now because Hung Jin is the dancer that he is, a lot of times, like, if you're standing next to someone in a performance, you're automatically going to sort of mold yourself more to what each other is doing to look more seamless. And I think that's what was happening here, because they were on the same level, they were holding the same beats, whereas the other kids, if you watch them, were sort of all doing their own thing. Very nice. Okay, it's so good. The song is still a bop. The dance is still awesome. Like, honestly, I don't know why the pairing, when they do this part and they go around each other and then they split into two lines and then they go, I don't know why it like blows my mind so much. I think it's just the fact that I've never seen it before. How have I never seen an iteration of that in a dance in all the years that I've been doing this? I don't know, but it's great. I'm glad I've seen it now. And big props to 2 p.m. and to Stray Kids for covering it. So let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. And yeah, thanks so much for watching with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!